Greetings, one and all, and welcome back to the Awaken to Ascend YouTube channel. I'm just here in the park enjoying the beautiful day, playing with some tarot cards, and just having fun, relaxing and enjoying nature. We got some redwood trees yet again. Beautiful. But yeah, something's been weighing on my chest that I wanted to get off and into the ethers and hopefully get you guys' feedback and start a discussion. So for me, one of the hardest parts of this ascension, awakening journey, whatever you want to call it, has been understanding and accepting the fact, I'm going to call it a fact, that people can only meet you at their level of consciousness, at their level of healing. And man, this has been such a hard one for me to deal with, my friends. I'm full of love. I'm a ball of love. I came here to spread love every chance I got. And that's what I like to do. I love to give people love. But oftentimes, that love is matched with something gross, something not good, something that's not matching in vibration. And that oftentimes is because the people that you're trying to love have childhood traumas that they've never looked at. And those childhood traumas cause their behavior to be abnormal, I guess. I don't know if you want to call it abnormal, but just different. Like they do things differently. If a person's had a lot of childhood trauma, they haven't looked at their healing, and they haven't tried to transmute that energy, well, they're just carrying that negative energy around with them everywhere they go. And unconsciously, for most part, they're spewing that negative energy out to the people that they love. And strangers too, right? They're doing it unconsciously. So let's say you have a childhood where, I'm trying to think of an example here, where you were only given love when you achieve something. Let's say you got first place in the spelling bee, and then your parents are like, oh, good job, we love you, you did a good thing there. But every other day, it's nothing. There's just no love given. Well, that child's going to grow up to feel like love has to be earned. They're going to feel like they're not really worthy of love unless they commit some huge accomplishment that changes the world. So they're operating already from a different frequency than most people who did receive normal type love from their parents. So when that person becomes an adult, and if they do no healing on this trauma, well, they're going to see love a little bit differently than other people. They're going to look at it as like something it's transactional. It's something that's not given freely. You have to earn it. There has to be a reason for it. So let's say that person gets into a loving, committed relationship with a person who doesn't have that in their field and wants to live unconditionally and wants to just treat their partner with all the love that they deserve. Well, now they're going to see this love as something it's fake. It's not real. There's no such thing as true love. There's no such thing as unconditional love. They're going to think. They're going to say, well, I didn't earn that love. It must not be real. It must be something wrong with this. I'm out of here. And man, if you're a loving person who just wants to help and just to spread love, well, that could just destroy you. Right? Let's say you have a beautiful family who you love dearly, and then you wake up and you start spreading information, you start doing healing on yourself, and suddenly like your past traumas don't really have much of an impact on your life. But those people in your family didn't do any healing. They kind of just sat there, and they still have all the traumas, all the problems, all the things that you have healed are still within them. So when you approach them with love, when you approach them with healing, they're only going to see the trauma. They haven't transmuted that energy. It's still in their field. And suddenly your family members don't want much to do with you. Suddenly they don't want to listen to what you have to say, because you've triggered something in them that they didn't even know it was there for the most part. Most of us don't know our shadows. We don't know our traumas. We think we do. But it really takes a mirror reflection for them to come out. Someone has to show it to you. This is just my belief. Of course, we can work by ourselves and we can heal our traumas, but it's just not as effective. I feel like we need mirrors. We need mirrors in our lives to reflect back our shadows to us so that we know what to heal. But then there's the other side of the coin, is like, you love these people. They didn't ask for this. Well, maybe they did on a soul level, but they didn't ask for that kind of childhood. They didn't deserve that kind of childhood. So we can't just abandon them to say, oh, that's a broken person. Of course not. But that leaves the light worker in a very difficult situation. If a person has all these traumas but doesn't want to heal them, but you love them, but those unhealed issues are causing conflict, what do? You know what I mean? What can you do? Let's ask the cards. Let's see what the cards say. I got Druidcraft Tarot here. What's the best course of action for the scenario that I just brought up? We've got the King of Cups here. All right, let me go into this one. Okay, so the answer here that I'm getting is to take a more detached response to these people, a more detached energy. So let's say you love someone who's unhealed and who doesn't want to heal, and they're just spewing their traumas onto you. Well, one way you could do it is to take it personally and get emotional about it and get sad and like think that you're less than. That's one way to do it, because this person is being mean. But what the card is saying as a better way to do it is to just detach. Understand that it's not you. This is this person's trauma. They're dealing with their own stuff. You're just in the way. So when you kind of look at it from that perspective, it changes the situation a little bit. Now, is it any less frustrating? No. No less frustrating. So you're not going to get past the frustration, my friends. But it does make it easier to see where they're coming from. Because if we get too emotionally attached to these people who are just using us as their mirror, and they're just, what they have to do, guys, is they have to treat us the way that their parents treated them, so that they could feel guilt and shame and eventually see that that's not a good thing. I think that's a lot of how this works. If we're going to be a mirror for someone else, you're going to have to be the bad guy. Now, maybe not. Maybe this is just my messed up reality that I've created for myself. But it seems to be the trend here. I mean, in any relationship, there's going to be like a disparity in healing. Not everyone's done the same healing. So I feel like everyone has to deal with this in some way, at least in the spiritual world. I mean, you go out into the 3D matrix, no one's healed anything. I mean, that's hyperbole, but basically they don't know what to heal or what it means to heal. So, but in the spiritual community, we do know what healing is. We do know how to transmute our traumas. We do know how to elevate our frequency by releasing the baggage. And that's really what I want to say. If you feel like you're holding on to childhood traumas, if this feels like I'm talking to you, I just want to say, guys, it's as easy as letting go. Not to say that I'm fully healed, not to say that I've done all the healing I need to do. Obviously not. I still got a long way to go, but I've healed a ton of childhood stuff. And I'm here to tell you that it is simply an act of deciding to let go. You have to decide to let go of the stuff that does not serve you, of your childhood stuff. It's so easy. It's been decades, my friends. It's so easy to just forgive. Take in the lesson and just let go of the baggage that you've been holding on to, especially if it's hurting the people in your life, especially if you're just unwittingly just spewing it onto other people. People may or may not love you. So I know it sounds simple, just let go of all this trauma, but to me it really is. It really is that simple. It's an intention, right? This reality is a dream. We're creating anything that we want. So why would you create a situation where you have unhealed stuff that's hurting you in your life? Just change the dream. Set the intention. Change that intention. I no longer associate with my past. I was there. I felt it all. I forgive everybody. I learned all those lessons, but that's in the past now. I don't need to carry this trauma anymore. And for those light workers who are in a relationship, whether it's friends, family, romantic, with someone who hasn't done as much healing as you, I think what the card was saying was just detach as much as you can. Not detach from the person, but detach from any outcomes, detach from any emotions that are just, you know what I mean, any ego being sent at you. Just detach and just see this person for what they are. Their inner child is hurting. Their inner child needs your help to be their mirror. And you can't be their mirror if you're going to reflect back their nonsense. You know what I mean? You kind of have to just stand in your energy and in your power and just let them figure it out. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just working through it with you guys. Obviously love to hear your opinions about this. If you've gone through something like this, I think we all have. I think we've all encountered someone who's done less healing than us. It's not a weird thing. Anyway, be sure to check out the website, guys, Awaken to Ascend. Check out the blogs I'm writing. I've got some services up there, too. If you want to do a phone call, maybe a tarot reading, I'll have that going. So, yeah, just a fun place to interact, talk about stuff like this. But that's going to do it for me today. I thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this discussion and share it with your friends if you like. And be sure to subscribe. And that's it. Thank you. Bye.